Kolkata High Court now has wrapped the state government of West Bengal on hospital renovation. Remember, right when the probe was underway, a wall of that hospital, which is very close to the crime scene. Basically, the crime happened in the seminar hall. Barely a few steps away from the seminar hall, a wall was being demolished right after the crime happened. And there's a lot of questions whether this is an attempt to tamper with the crime scene. The Kolkata High Court now hearing the matter on those angles. The High Court says, what was the urgency to renovate that area when investigation into that rape and murder was underway? High Court says now the best thing is to shut down the hospital. In fact, the state's response, West Bengal state responded saying there was a long-standing demand to build a toilet there, and that's why the wall was demolished. But the court there very clearly asking what was the urgency to do it. Let me take you through reactions on this.
See, all you know that from the beginning we have expressed our apprehension that evidence needs to be preserved. And considering all this aspect, the court on 14th directed the CBI to investigate, and state police was directed to hand over all the case diaries and other materials, whatever they have gathered. Now on the 14th itself, in the evening, the hospital authority started demolishing a particular wall which is near the crime scene area. Now we once again express our apprehension that evidence is being destroyed at the instance of the state. So we made letter to the authorities. Again on the same day, on 15th, if there was a hooliganism by 30-40 people, while police was posted there, police has failed to prevent them. Hooliganism went on, and the walls of the hospital was vandalized, the emergency was vandalized, the ENT department was vandalized. So certainly the court has observed that state machinery has failed to maintain the law and order. This is one thing, that's why the court has directed the CBI to go there and to find out the present status, whether material evidences has been destroyed or not. So CBI will file a report, and the state was also directed, particularly the officer in charge, who is in charge of the hospital, has directed to file a report in regard to the present status of the hospital. So they will file a report. The matter is returnable on Wednesday. Let us see what report comes up, then we'll make our submission.
The Ministry of Health, a memo issued to all healthcare institutions. In the event of any violence on any doctor, the said event has to be dealt with. An institutional FIR within 6 hours of the incident. The sole responsibility to file the FIR lies with the head of the institution. A clear message coming in, almost a diktat by the Health Ministry, asking all healthcare institutions to be steadfast in filing a FIR 6 hours within the crime reported. In the event of any violence on any doctor, the said event has to be dealt with. An institutional FIR within 6 hours of the incident. The sole responsibility to file the FIR lies with the head of the institution. Cutting to Milind Sharma, joining us for more on that. Milind, the Health Ministry giving out a stern direction to all healthcare institutions, which means all hospitals will have to follow this mandatorily. Within the first 6 hours of the incident taking place, an FIR must be filed. Was there a different case and a scenario that unfolded with the RG Kar Hospital rape and murder?
Well, absolutely, Nabila, because this kind of directive has been given as a very stern directive by the Directorate General of Health Services in the office of the DGHS. That says that observe that violence has become very common against doctors and other healthcare workers and staff in government hospitals. And a number of healthcare workers have been suffering physical violence during the course of their duty. And many are threatened or, even exposed to verbal aggression from, all corners. And most of this violence is done either by the patient's attendants, in any kind of violence that takes place against the doctors on duty. It will be the sole responsibility of the head of the institution for filing the institutional FIR, and this should be done within 6 hours of the incident, of course. And this is for any sort of violence. It can even be a verbal aggression, it can be a physical aggression, it can be a mental aggression. And this stern warning has come definitely after the events have unfolded unfortunately largely our medical college in West Bengal, and everything that has been going down with doctors protesting every day against the violence and the kind of brutal things that they are meted out with in the course of their duty there.